at work.
And action.
I gotta find a I don't know, but I think my camera looks better up here. Then I can just sit like this.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
Man, Elon Musk got into. Did you see that with Safe Moon? He goes, I don't know why I'm picking it. I'm picking it to go to the moon. He did you see that? I don't know who this guy is. Some guy named David. I guess I should know who he is, because everybody says, oh, that's David Porter or Porcelli or
Portnoy.
Yeah, that's the dude.
He's Barstool Sports.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a thing. He doesn't even talk about sports anymore, but that's how he got famous. He started his own little gig called Barstool Sports, and he used to talk sports, and now he pretty much talks politics. He talks everything. He still talks some sports, but he's just a famous guy. He's everywhere. He's super.
So he hasn't done anything in life. Here's another one, right? I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but what has he done in life?
Portnoy?
Does he own a golf course?
No. The only thing,
6 states?
Somehow he parlayed this thing into I think he was on the internet or something is how he started. I don't know. I might be wrong about that.
Oh, right. I got you. He's got good swag, is what you're saying.
I guess.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Got good swag. I mean, God bless him. You know what I mean?
He's done really well.
More power if you can do it.
He's made a lot of money, and he started talking about investing a year or two ago. And then for a while, when the market was really hot, he was like, "I'm a better investor than Warren Buffett." And then,
yeah, he was because he doesn't. Did he ever talk about M1?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Why don't you explain to us, Tom? I wouldn't say that I'm a great investor. I would say Tom's a great investor. Tom, tell me what M1 is.
And I think the only good investors are at least medium swing trade to long-term investors. Day trading to me is a mystery. But the M1 money supply is that just pumps money in. They can print money whenever they want and put it into the economy. They can put it into the stock market, and they try to even things out so we don't fall into a recession or a depression.
Right. So when you have a recovery, it's when they have the green lights just to go and go nuts, correct?
Oh yeah, they put more money into supply in the last year than they did. I think this is true in the last year than they did from the beginning of time.
Second, in my hand. Nice. See, I always wish somebody would come help me with drywall, because this is real life, but when you do it by yourself, it's not easy.
No.
Sorry, Tom.
That's all right.
Which way are we going? This way? This way? Oh, my friend. You're welcome, sir. Have a good day. I'm at Home Depot, and somebody was loading up drywall, and it's really hard to load up drywall by itself, even though it's light enough. It's still hard.
How many sheets of drywall you getting?
None. It wasn't for me. It was just some guy loading it up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Your picture went away. Oh, he's back.
Sorry. I didn't know I couldn't text.
George is back.
So what are you thinking? But anyways, that guy Dave picked Safe Moon in his stock. He goes, I'm going to be just like Elon Musk. I'm picking a coin, and I'm putting it, on my head, and he made up hats. And that's what he picked.
Him and Elon Musk have had a couple of Twitter battles.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't. Come on. I mean, that's not even the same league. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. They're a million miles apart.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Elon Musk has figured it out.
Yeah, I don't know what that dude's doing. I think he had a really, I think 5 different things, but one of which is I think he had a meltdown after Saturday Night Live, and he's just off the rails, in my opinion.
I can tell you my opinion. My opinion is his stock. Did you see that guy who just shorted the snot out of his stock?
Oh,
He bet.
I'll tell you this: every EV stock was up huge yesterday, except Tesla, which was down.
Right. Oh, and he shorted it. He thinks 400, and he shorted. He's got 70% or 60 or 70% of his holdings, which is like $640 million shorting Tesla.
Well,
And he started at 600 or something like that, 610 or something like that.
that's a big bet. He's either going to win or be done.
Well, how about, you know, the guy who lost $1 billion, he lost like $2.5 billion. You know what I'm talking about? The AREO, some management company up in Ohio. The guy lives in New Jersey.
Was this recently?
Yeah, this was like 3 months ago now.
The one who, in that last little, was this part of the GameStop thing? The guy that got
No, it wasn't part of. No. He wasn't part of the GameStop.
Was the other guy who killed himself?
No, this guy's alive. But anyways, I was reading a story about him. Now I won't. It's probably best that I don't say his name because the rest of the story is pretty sad. But and I won't say anybody's name in any of this, and then people can just go on the internet and research it. But somebody that's not an American decide to destroy him behind the scenes.
Like what they do?
And they kept buying. So he went short. He shorted a whole bunch of companies, and he went hard on it. And this guy had probably more money.
So
or let's put it this way: I don't know if he had more money, but I would say he had more influence. And you and I know that money is, when you're at that level, money is only so important, right? If you have the influence of people that have money, that's even better, right?
Yeah. If you
So
get your buddies.
people don't understand that, right? If you're in the $1 billion club, right, and then you have somebody that has unlimited money, let's say the government, and they can help influence foreign policy or domestic policy, or maybe the M1 money, and they say, I want to take this guy out. Tom, could you do that?
I am not a financial expert, and this is not financial advice, but I suppose in theory.
In theory, this is all theorem. This is just like, I want to say it so bad, but I won't. This is just like anything else out there that's a scientific theory that has never been proven, but yet people believe it to be so. It's the same thing. That's how the whole stock market works.
I'm starting to think I don't know how the stock market works.
Thank you.
After watching what happened to GameStop and AMC yesterday, I was scratching my head last night, man.
What happened?
They went ballistic again. It doesn't make any sense. I can't figure it out.
There's like 5 guys that say GameStop's going to 1,000.
Here's the new big theory. I've watched like several videos on it, and they explained how it would happen. They're saying AMC is going to go to 100,000.
There's no way.
No, I totally agree. That would make it like 50 times bigger than the biggest company that's ever existed. But their hypothesis, if you will, is basically only one share will ever trade at the peak of a massive short squeeze. Because for 1 second or 10 seconds, a short squeeze can spiral as far out of control as you can imagine.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, so the theory is that only one share trades?
You know, something like
and then they short it?
one or a very small
That's
share.
freaking, come on. That is ingenious, but the problem is there's no way it will happen because of greed. Somebody will see it at $80,000 and they're just like, no, let's squeeze it now. You know what I mean? There's no way. Never ever.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but what makes less sense to me is this. A short squeeze is usually a very short thing as far as time goes. It happens in minutes or in one day. But GameStop and AMC are like months.
Come on, sir. Did you hear me?
Oh, what'd you say?
Can you hear me or no?
I can.
Where's
hear you now.
AMC? What's the trade net?
It was like up to $14. Hold on, let me see what's going on. And then aftermarket, it was skyrocketing again.
$100,000 for $14.
Oh, I missed the opening bell.
Wow.
Sorry, folks. Bitcoin. That is.
Just so you guys know.
Oh,
I
sorry.
founded Bitcoin.
One of the founders of not Bitcoin. One of the founders of Google.
Oh, wait. Oh, I know who these people are. Is it Paige? Is it what's his name? Slavic or whatever?
Let's see here.
They actually have a house in the mountains in Georgia. Really nice. Well, I don't know who that guy is either.
It says he was Litecoin is a cryptocurrency launched in late 2011 by former Google and Coinbase engineer Charlie Lee. To create Litecoin.
Okay, yeah, he's not a.
No, he wasn't a founder.
He's not a founder.
He copied.
Right, okay.
He copied Bitcoin's code base. He increased the supply times 4, and he reduced the time it takes to solve a blockchain into like a quarter. So.
Yeah, but those are all things that, even with the poop token, that's all usable stuff. Is it on the what is it called, the SHB 256 or whatever it is?
No, this is the thing. He put it on a different
platform.
You mine it using RAM, not your graphics card. So it's different. It's way more efficiently mined, which is what I wasn't.
What is it training? What is it training at? When did it go public?
It's almost as old as Bitcoin, and it used to be higher up. It's down to number 10. It's $20 billion. All these new coins have rushed up and kind of jumped ahead of it for the time being. But and it's the exact same mining platform that they use for Dogecoin. So you can mine Litecoin and Dogecoin at the same time. And with 6.25 terahertz, they are 2.1% of the entire hash rate for Litecoin.
Oh, wow.
Which doesn't make sense. So there must be something more that I need to figure out. But
yeah, that means they're probably losing their ass.
Maybe you can't make any money mining Litecoin. I got to figure it out because that's a massive. I mean, that makes them one of the.
Well, so that's why I stopped with the poop token, which, you know, it's just shelf and I got it all in cold storage, so it's no big deal. But to know how you mine it and to know how it, I was like, so what's the purpose of it? Oh, just to mine it. I'm like, I just don't get that. It's just to run a computer to waste energy to mine a coin. What is the reason for it? And he's like saying that. So poop coin is a great example of it. The poop, and I'm talking about my poop token that we created.
Yes.
It's called, we're poop crypto. And so what I don't understand is that they have all these coins that all you do is mine them and it does nothing.
Well, none of these coins do anything.
Right. That's why I couldn't understand why people would want to buy something. That's why I was like, well, you got to be able to at least play golf with it or something.
Well, you're saying they don't even apply to anything. They're not linked to anything because none of them do anything. Everybody's like, oh, this project is great. It does this or it does that. None of them actually do anything. They're just computer programs.
Right.
But
and that's why I get lost in this whole crypto world. I call it Sean understands crypto world because it makes no sense. And Sean makes no sense, so he does great in that.
I'm convinced.
Why is this coin? I go to him yesterday. Why is this coin going to take off? This, remember, he said hello coin or whatever.
Yeah, his answer was trust me, buy it.
Trust me, buy it. But what are the reasons behind it? Oh, just trust me. It's a really good coin.
It's all hype. They're all hype. He can't give you a reason because all these coins get pumped. And I think there's people that are it's like a pyramid scheme. If you're near the top of the pyramid, you should buy the coin and then sell it later for a huge profit. But that's not a good thing. That's
just a pumping. That's just what basically to me, and maybe everybody's gonna hate me for this, but basically to me, all crypto is a legalized, quote unquote, legalized way to rob people. It's the airplane game. It's the reinvention of the airplane game. Do you remember the airplane game?
Yes.
Okay, so the mob used to do this thing called the airplane game. And I'm not affiliated with the mob. I don't know anything about the mob. The only thing I can tell you is this. You could take and fill all these people up in a jet, and it was called the airplane game. And so you'd have 500 people in the jet, right? And you'd have a captain and a co-pilot. Everybody would pay a ticket price, $20, $40, and all that money would be sent to the co-pilot. And then on the plane, the people in first class move up to captain and co-pilot, then they get the money. And that's all this is. It's the same analogy, just a different flavor. Which is okay as long as you understand that going into it, I guess. You know what I mean?
I think that's true for most of the coins.
Right. Not all of the coins.
Right. Well, this is that coin token thing. Like there's a few. I understand Bitcoin. I totally understand Bitcoin. I struggle. I understand Ethereum because it's the platform that all these other things use.
Hey, hang on a second. I need to stop. Tom, you need to stop. He understands Bitcoin now, but he didn't understand it in 2011 when I told him about it. And I was did you hear $20 was $1 million in Bitcoin back then? $20.
I know. The math didn't make sense back then.
And I was all over it. I mean, I loved Bitcoin back then. And you're like, oh, this is stupid. And I wish I just would have they said $1,000 is worth $1 billion from 2011.
The numbers are staggering. But you saw my analysis. I didn't just randomly say that. It was the amount of energy it took to generate a Bitcoin versus the amount of Bitcoin was worth at that time.
Yeah, but what you should have said though is buy 5 or 6, and if you don't care about losing it, who cares? I'm a Bitcoin. I was converted because for 10 years I said this thing is worth zero. It doesn't make any sense. It's nothing. And I could not understand why it would ever be worth any money. It did not make any sense to me at all, especially since mining it actually cost money and you lost money. Well, but
I get it now.
Here's the thing that I heard about Bitcoin from somebody. I forgot who that was yesterday. Told me all about Bitcoin. And I'm like, what Bitcoin was really made for, and what I was just like, are you kidding me? I mean, I'm not going to say it because it's unverified source, but it was sad as all get up.
Well, I mean, the white paper on Bitcoin, the original, it was supposed to be a proof of concept that you could have a universal currency that was safe and verifiable. that was not a fiat currency attached to a government, where it could just be, the supply could be controlled or manipulated. And back when you and I were looking at Bitcoin, there was no cryptocurrency world. It was just Bitcoin. That's it. There were no other coins. It was Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was worth a penny.
I'll never forget. I had a couple back then, and I just got rid of them.
There's so many people that have to be kicking themselves. That bought a pizza or a bicycle. One guy bought a car. You know, which he probably thought he killed it. Oh, I got a car with these stupid Bitcoins.
Right. Well, I got one for you.
$1 billion.
I was reading an article about this little blurb and to buy the dip and go nuts on this dip because they're saying within 1 year, and it was on Wealth Manager. It's a subscription I have, and he's $250. There's no reason for it not to be $250,000. At some point in time, the dollar's going to collapse, and if you see the financial stuff going on right now in the world, do you think the dollar is stronger, or is the dollar weaker because of it?
Yeah, the dollar's been weakening. It's not getting crushed yet. And
well, this guy, how about this? Did you see that wood? I mean, if that's not a dollar being weaker, I don't know what is, Tom.
There's isolated things that have spiraled. Wood is definitely one of them. And that's a supply chain issue thing, though. We gotta figure out how to get our own stuff. We're so dependent on everybody else that at the same with gas. Gas is a supply chain thing. I wouldn't send you to do that for 3 days.
But I'm saying you could send some guy.
That's right. Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure that they're doing it because I mean, these big builders are not losing.
Oh, you're talking about the national guys. Yeah, well,
there's no way.
They could buy 1 million square feet of warehouse and buy lumber and drywall, and because they gotta hedge their bets. They can't get crushed like this.
But that's why it doesn't make any sense that Bitcoin is as low as it is right now.
It's artificially low, in my opinion. Not financial advice.
Well, it's not even financial currency, so.
Oh, that's true. It's not a financial instrument, so it can't be financial advice.
It's not. No.
I was watching. Did you see DSSHF or whatever? It was back to 74 cents again. Oh, yeah. Yep, DMG.
Did you buy some?
I didn't buy any yesterday. It's down again a little. Oh, no, actually, that one's up to 79 cents right now. And
what are you waiting for? Do you think it's going to go lower?
No, I just didn't get a chance to yesterday. That was the only reason.
Oh.
I definitely wanted to. I wanted in on a bunch of these, but I didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah, I mean, these are just like stupid. I'm telling you, let's put it this way, after my closing today, well, but I'm probably going to put more money into these guys.
There's some of these that are still on such an unbelievable bargain. It blows my mind.
To me, the best bargain out there is Marathon. Is it still less than $20?
It's over 20, but it's $22.50. I mean, come on.
At under $20, that is the best bet probably on the stock market.
Well, I would
call. How many coins do they have?
They own over 5,000 coins.
Right. And how many are they doing per quarter, roughly?
Well, their projections are huge because they bought 103,000 mining machines, but they're getting delivered evenly throughout the year, starting back in January, ending next March. So by next March, they're going to have over 10 exahertz of hash rate, which is going to be, they're going to do 55 or 60 coins a day. So
That's awesome.
it's more than, North America is coming back massively on this whole thing. I'm telling you right now, 5 years from now, we're going to mine more Bitcoin than China is. The amount of hash rate that we
Oh, wow, really?
is insane. And that's why I would say Bitfarm. But everybody's got to wait. Bitfarm is up listing to the NASDAQ. They're not on there yet. They're OTC right now. But Bitfarm is like the third best company, and their market cap is like $500 million. So there's companies, most of these, the entire mining sector is still pretty much on super discount.
Did you ever do our little project or no?
No, I was thinking about that as we were talking, and it's going to be way better now because the market cap of all these has gone way down since we talked about it a week ago. So we're going to add up all the.
You got to do it. Then we got to do it this week.
I'll do it today.
No, don't tell them what we're doing.
Oh,
We
okay.
got an idea of something to compare it to, and you guys will not believe this is like one of those things that when you see this, and I'm almost saying you don't show it, you should make people pay for it. Do Patreon and freaking.
We could. It's shocking.
I don't care.
That
It's
analysis.
and it's shocking. And remember, it's at least 10x.
Oh yeah.
At least 10x. At least 10x. And I'm thinking it's more than 10x personally.
It could
I'm
be.
thinking this is close to like 25 to 30x is what I think it is, by the way. Just
It
so you know.
depends on your time frame. To me, that's more like a 3 to 5 year time frame. But that's still not. I mean,
That's my time frame.
right.
In
And that's
5
not
years.
a long time. Even if you could pull a 10x in 5 years, that's off the charts. If you could pull a 10x with a shot at a 20 or 30, I mean, come on. People don't realize.
It's unbelievable when you think about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, most people don't. It used to be, you could at a reasonable interest rate, you would double your money every 7 or 8 years. So you'd pull 2x in 7 years. You're talking about
So you're talking about the rule of 72.
Yeah. And with
So
interest,
what Tom's saying is, if you take an interest rate at 10%, in 7.2 years, you will double your money.
right, and that
Correct.
makes less sense than it used to because interest rates are now so low. You know, that used to make a lot more sense.
Hang on
But-
a second. I got to take this thing out.
Sure. Well, we lost George, so I guess that's the end of today's broadcast. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.